Hello, I'm Sarah Berry, and this is my Ignite presentation. From an early age, I possessed an inherent curiosity about the world around me. I read as much as I could and developed a passion for people and their stories, wanting to know as much as I could in order to better understand my place in society. I attended college in my home state of New Hampshire, where I studied fine art and psychology. I was considering graduate school, but my gut feeling was telling me that it could always be an option later in life. Instead, I wanted to travel and experience as much life as possible and gain more real world experiences. And I did just that. My curiosity and desire to learn more about the world brought me to South Korea, where I worked in education and curriculum development. While I really enjoyed some aspects of teaching, I knew that I did not want to work in a classroom setting long term. I found more fulfillment in other endeavors, such as experiencing the culture, learning the language, and volunteering for an organization that supports single mothers. After nearly 6 years of working and then traveling abroad, life eventually brought me to Charleston. Shortly after, I enrolled in the MPA program and graduate certificate in arts and cultural management. It seemed like the perfect combination for me, where I could marry all of my skills and interests, including my passion for the arts, my experience as an educator, my love of learning about people and culture, and my desire to work for a mission-driven organization. Throughout my time in this program, I have used the 5 NASPA competencies as a framework in my understanding of both public administration and the arts and cultural sector. Between my coursework and co-curricular experiences, I've gained a strong understanding of leadership, transparency, accountability, and benevolence. I've gathered that a strong leader should understand and believe in intrinsic motivation and the desire to do things because they matter and are fulfilling. Successful leaders should also believe in their organization's mission and be enthusiastic about the work they do. I learned about the intricacies of the policy process, which involves a lot of problem solving, decision making, and input from a variety of parties. For one of my courses, I wrote a policy report which addressed the lack of sufficient funding for the arts in the United States. This new knowledge of arts policy led me to write an advocacy letter to legislators, which addressed the need for more financial support for arts education in South Carolina. This experience coincided with the work I did as education coordinator at the Halsey Institute of Contemporary Art. When looking back at my work experience at the Halsey, my internship with the Smithsonian, and my relevant coursework, I'm even more aware of just how much the arts do for communities and that defunding them will only increase issues of inequity, injustice, and cultural divide. Additionally, these combined experiences have allowed me to gain new knowledge, skills, and expertise with grant writing, strategic planning, budgeting, marketing, and research. I was able to demonstrate the use of evidence-based methods when making decisions through an elective course I took, which combined the art of storytelling with the academic study of narrative inquiry. My work from this course later evolved into 2 publications that I co-authored with 2 MPA faculty members. The purpose of this research was to examine the implications of the COVID-19 pandemic disruption on the public sector workplace, the quality of work life, and to investigate how employees coped during the crisis. Through this research process, I was able to further explore work practices and make suggestions as to how we can make the public sector more equitable and more human. I recently attended a lecture about diversity in the arts, and a speaker said something that really stood out to me, which was, if you want to do what is morally right, then take the hit. As a public administrator, I will strive to end the vicious cycle of inequity by not just acknowledging my privilege, but using it to stand up for others. I will use my platform to amplify the voices that are not always heard, interact with various communities in culturally responsive ways, reflect on how my values and thoughts are aligned with equity, and take the hit for what is morally right. The best way for me to apply a public service perspective is to live by my values and make sure that my words align with my actions. After witnessing disparities in the world, I once told myself that the best thing I could do to implement positive change was to work in a role that would create some sort of public value. I have learned that benevolence, empathy, and humility are important qualities to have in order to better understand each other and the world around us. I have seen the importance of compassion for others and their situations, and know that I will carry this with me in my career. I wanted to thank the faculty and staff of the MPA and Arts and Cultural Management programs. I'm extremely grateful for all of the guidance and support that I've received during this program, and believe I am equipped with the tools to launch a fulfilling and rewarding career. Thank you for listening.